What is going on, guys and gals? Brooklyn bound the raid scientist here, and today we're going to break down everything you need to do in order to complete the Season 19 seal entitled Seraph. It is week 4, and as of making of this video, we finally know what all the secret triumphs are in order to complete this seal. Note that if you're watching this video before week 7 of this season, you are going to have to wait until finish the last 2 triumphs. First, I want to point out that Bungie took a step forward from last season's mess of a title grind, made it so that you only have to complete 9 out of the 10 total triumphs to get the Seraph Seal, so keep that in mind. We're going to break each triumph down one by one. Click on the links in the description for a timestamp if you're looking for a specific triumph. Alright, the first triumph is Rebuilding Rasputin. This triumph requires you to complete the entire seasonal quest line, More Than a Weapon. When the season starts, you'll be at step 1, and you'll be able to progress only a little bit each week over the 7 weeks total. Each week, the quest will have you use seasonal currency, the Seraph key codes, to open chests at the end of Heist Battlegrounds, do some additional missions, and eventually unlock an exotic weapon mission as you progress. Complete the entire seasonal quest line to finish this triumph. It should be pretty straightforward. Secondly, the next triumph is called Gadgets Galore, and it requires you to unlock all of the upgrades at the Exo Frame. There are 14 total upgrades, and you will need to find them in the helm at the seasonal vendor, the Exo Frame. There are focusing upgrades and efficiency upgrades. You'll need to use Exo Frame modules to upgrade the different nodes. These modules only come from completing seasonal challenges each week. Typically, the first 2 or 3 seasonal challenges on every week will award an Exo Frame module when completed. Use these to upgrade the Exo Frame. If you care at all about crafting weapons, I would pay attention to focusing the ones where you can guarantee a deep sight weapon upon focusing an Umbral Engram. Overall, you can pick whichever ones you want, but you have to unlock all 14 to unlock this triumph. Third, you're going to need to complete Frame Reboot, and this requires you to reset your rank at the Exo Frame vendor. There are 16 ranks, and once you finish ranking up to 16, you can claim all the rank rewards and then reset your rank by claiming the Ascendant Shard. There are only 2 ways to improve your rank with the Exo Frame: running Heist Battlegrounds and completing Exo Frame bounties. So plan on grabbing the daily bounties every time you want to run heists, and prepare to run a bunch of them to reset your rank. I was able to do this pretty easily by week 4, and I probably ran heists 5 to 10 times a week, just grinding for gear and doing the quest. So it really shouldn't be too bad. The repeatable bounties do not give reputation, only the dailies. Fourthly, you are going to need to complete Authorized Users. This is a pretty straightforward triumph. You need to get 1,000 kills with Season 19 weapons, or the new Akelos version 3 weapons. So slap on any one of the new primaries and just use it for normal gameplay. Or, if you want to grind it out, find a place with lots of easy adds like the Grasp of Avarice dungeon entrance, or the Shuro Chi checkpoint from Last Wish to do this one quickly. If you're just using a weapon for normal gameplay, you will likely have this triumph done before the other ones. Fifthly, you are going to need to complete the Silence the Alarm triumph, which requires you to kill the Death Tongue choristers before they begin their battle song in the Heist Battlegrounds playlist. In each battleground, you'll hear some dialogue, and then a yellow bar acolyte, Death Tongue chorister, will spawn. You have to kill it before it reaches the Hive node and starts its battle song, which inhibits your use of abilities until it's killed. In the Moon Battleground, it spawns right in the first area once you've cleared the first wave of enemies. In the Europa Battleground, it spawns once you've cleared the first rooms and start jumping down towards Clovis Bray. And in the Mars Battleground, it spawns right at the start when you are doing Tower A and the Defend the Towers portion. Spam your heavy and grenades to take this down before it starts the battle song. They are pretty tanky, so hopefully your teammates will help you. You need to do 15 of them to unlock this triumph. Triumph number 6 is Solid Seraph, which requires you to complete the Operation Seraph Shield mission. Once you've progressed the More Than a Weapon seasonal questline to week 3, you'll eventually unlock this mission node on the helm. This mission can easily be soloed, so don't worry if you don't have a fire team. You'll navigate a series of puzzles using the same 3 tools from the Deepstone Crypt raid. It's not timed, and the combat is pretty straightforward, although the boss room can be a little bit hectic solo. I'll be making a guide in a separate video on how to do this mission, but just note that completing this mission will complete the Triumph, as well as net you the new exotic pulse rifle, Revision 0. Triumph number 7 is Nodes Found, and this requires you to find all the hidden Rasputin nodes across the solar system. There are 6 on Europa, 6 on the Moon, and 4 on the Seraph Station mission. As you progress the season, you will obtain this Enhanced Resonance Amp. This allows you to convert 4 resonance stems and activate it. You get resonance stems by just completing normal activities. Once activated, it will give you an encrypted message with something like Europa, *beyond, *cliff, *landing. This message will be on the actual item. This will tell you what planet, then what area on the planet, and then how to narrow down in that area exactly where it is. You're looking for one of these Rasputin floating amps, and the screen will start to get fuzzy and you're going to hear some weird classical music when you start to get close to it. Honestly, I would just Google search your message and you'll find about 500 quick videos on where they all are. Note that they will not ever repeat, so rest easy. You won't have to worry about bad luck. Also note that the ones on the Seraph Station will likely populate out of order, so you may need to backtrack or do this mission multiple times to get the 4 ones in the Seraph Station. Once collected, you can also bring them all back to the helm and deposit them into these areas. Next up is Triumph number 8, which is called Drones Destroyed. Scattered around the solar system are 50 large beach ball looking nodes or drones that need to be destroyed with the Revision 0 pulse rifle that you get from Operation Seraph Shield. They cannot be destroyed with anything else. There are 10 on Europa, 10 on the Moon, 6 in the Moon Battleground, 6 in the Europa Battleground, and 6 in the Mars Battleground. Finally, there are 12 in the Operation Seraph Shield exotic mission. Once again, just do a quick Google search and you'll find hundreds of quick videos on their locations. The ones on Europa and the Moon are pretty easy, as all of the ones in the Battlegrounds are. However, to obtain the ones in the Operation Seraph Shield mission, you are going to need to upgrade the bottom nodes on the Exo frame called Infiltrator Gear, which you can do after getting the seasonal questline More Than a Weapon to week 4. The security clearance upgrade will allow you to open doors throughout this mission to get the hidden drones behind them. These doors require you to input a code by shooting 3 symbols that match what's on the door. The tactical armor upgrade will allow you to survive the laser shields, where some of them are also hidden. Now, if you don't have either of these upgrades, it is still possible to get these drones in this mission, at least at the time of making this video. However, it's going to require some going out of bounds and some shooting around corners, and it is important to note that you can shoulder charge and eager edge through laser beams as well to get the ones behind those. Either way, once you get all 50 drones, you will complete this Triumph. Next is Triumph number 9, which is Guardian's Best Friend. This Triumph requires you to complete the previous Triumph of shooting all 50 drones first. You cannot do this one until that's done. Once you've gotten all 50 drones, load up the Operation Seraph Shield mission again and progress until right after the spacewalk where you see this door. You will now be able to open it, and it will progress into a series of platforms until you drop down and enter this door where there'll be a robot dog. You can interact with it and it will complete the Triumph. You can also go back to the helm and get another Triumph which is not related to the seal for bringing the dog back to the helm. And finally, Triumph number 10 is Production Model. This requires you earn the seasonal weapon Veli's X Pulse Rifle. This comes from getting your rank with the Drifter via Gambit, or Shax via Crucible, or Zavala via Strikes to rank 16 to claim it. Remember that your rank with each of these vendors goes up faster if you complete many of these activities back to back to back to back and get what are called activity streaks. These will give you more reputation for each completion. Also be on the lookout for weeks of increased reputation. Typically, Gambit, Crucible, and Vanguard will all have an increased experience week and rewards at least once or twice during a season. You only have to acquire this weapon via one of these vendors. It is the same weapon from all three of them. And that's all the triumphs needed to complete the Seraph Seal. It is much easier to do than last season, so if you're looking for a relatively easy seal and title, I'd recommend probably pursuing this one. Best of luck in getting this done, Guardians, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date. And please, drop a comment below and say hello, or what even you don't like or like about this season. Every comment posted helps fuel this video to get it out to more people. We'll see you next time, and thanks for watching.